where did your story in the 29th start?
I guess my story in the 29th would have to start when well, actually, no, it was 4 years ago. I was pubbing on the DH server way back when I was a freshman in college, and I was kind of like participating with communications, things like that, and one of the PFCs or Corporal added me on Steam and started asking me if I wanted to like join, but I was hesitant at the time, so I didn't. But like 2 years later, I was like RS came out, and I was playing that, and I saw that there's a 29th server, so I decided to pop on and check it out. And yeah, I was kind of picked up by then PFC Tumanian, and I guess, yeah, that's kind of where that started.
How did the moment look like when you got recruited by PFC Tumanian?
I don't know, it was kind of cool. I was still hesitant, mainly because I was like at school, and I wasn't sure if I could like make the times, but at the same time, I was looking for a new hobby. So I was kind of chatting with him about that, and he assured me that, you know, our drill times are pretty flexible and that there's a lot of options for drill times, and even he at times had to either go on LOAs or just take time off to work with that until time was more beneficial for him. So that kind of swayed me a bit more to join.
What is the best thing that happened to you in the 29th?
I guess the best thing in the 29th that's happened to me was being thrown in leadership. I think in leadership, I have the ability to guide and help people, whether that be through leadership or anything that they might need. I like having that ability to give back, and I like having that ability to do it in an environment that I really enjoy, and that being gaming and being a part of the 29th.
Did you expect to get this far when you first joined the 29th?
Oh god, no. When I first joined, I was active for like a few weeks, and then I had to go on a leave of absence for about like a month and a half to 2 months. I forget how long it was, but I honestly considered discharging at that time because I just didn't think I'd be able to come back, and all the other people that were new coming in were just getting ahead of me as far as their progress within the unit was going. But I made the effort to come to more drills, and yeah, but definitely didn't think I'd get this far.
Continuing on that, where do you see yourself in the future?
I see myself just where I am right now, hopefully. Obviously, like as you know, being in my platoon, I have a pretty hectic schedule, but I always have been able to make time for the 29th, and I'd like to stay where I am, being able to make time and still be around for everyone.
What staff positions have you had in the 29th so far?
In the 29th, I've had quite a few jobs. My first one was in the medical office as like a medical technician, so if people had any sort of like hardware or game issues, they could come to you and you could help them solve those issues. But later on, I started picking up jobs in Quartermasters, namely the video recording and editing of gameplay footage, and that was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed that, and I'm really hoping that I could go back into that when I have more time to actually edit videos. And later on, I am the Chief of Operations, and if you attend any of our public scrimmages, that is all hosted and planned out by my office. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. Hope to see a lot of people go to these because, you know, we put a lot of work into them. In addition, I also was like an ADI for 3 months, so if you join the 29th or something like that, I was one of those guys who just kind of followed around the DI and did stuff.
I think according to the operation core you're chief of, I think a lot of people support you in that because a lot of people like the squad competition.
Oh, yeah, we have the Able Squad competition going on. So, what we have, like, I don't know, anyone who's watching this has any knowledge of what it is, but within the 29th we have 3 separate companies, one being Able, second being Baker, third being Charlie, and we're in each of our own games. So, pretty much with that said, in Able, since we're in Red Orchestra 2, we've been having this squad competition where we make our own predetermined rules to maps, and the squads could challenge each other, play out those maps, have a good time. There's also other ways people could get points, such as staff work. So if you're recognized for putting in like a little bit more effort, then you could get points that way. There's recruitment points and like combat awards. So if you kill like 20 guys in one drill, then you're probably going to get a bronze or silver star. That carries with it a lot of points. So yeah, so far the feedback has been pretty positive, and I know a lot of people have enjoyed it. So yeah, I'm glad to really give that opportunity to people to enjoy.
I can imagine it was a lot of work to put everything up of the squad competition.
Yeah, it's actually the operations under, like, with me being chief, it's our first major operation. So at first I had to like get the staff actually hired, and then from there I had to work with Able Company HQ to figure out what exactly they wanted for the event. And from there it was really simple. They said they wanted some sort of competition. They gave me a lot of freedoms with how I wanted to plan it, and it's a lot of good support and a lot of good cooperation.
Last question already. If you could say anything to AP1, what would it be? AP1, love you guys. But honestly, the 29th is an experience in which you make it. I've seen, actually this is kind of some wisdom I've seen from some of the squad forums, is that don't really have any expectations at the 29th, but at the same time, make it into an enjoyable experience that you could get something out of. The experience isn't going to come to you if you don't put in the effort, so definitely put in a little effort, see what you can do, and there's always something to do in the 29th, so yeah, make it a good one. Alright, thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you. Lucy.